Hi guys, in this episode of the Nostalgia Trip, I'm gonna be continuing with my reactions to one of my favorite shows ever, and actually one of the first shows ever that I watched, that being Ghost Whisperer. Currently, we are on Season 1, Episode 7, Hope and Mercy, and Episode 8, On the Wings of a Dove. And I gotta say, that name for the episode is actually pretty interesting, so I'm really curious what that's gonna be about. Especially because I remember something about a dove hitting a window in Melinda's room, and I think that was like a plot point for some future storyline or something, so I'm curious whether that's gonna be what I remember in that regard. But probably not, because we're still very early on in the season, and I don't think they're gonna start establishing that kind of stuff this early. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to continue watching the show. It's been a blast rewatching it. The nostalgia has been just goddamn amazing. The emotions that I've been feeling have been really amazing. The only issue that I have with the show so far is that I don't really feel like I get as many reactions as I want to get from an episode, because I don't really feel like I react as excitedly or as much as I do in my cartoon reactions. So hopefully that's going to improve as the seasons go on, because the plot and the characters and the writing will improve as well. But we'll see about that. But before we get into reaction, I do want to remind you that you can get a full-length version of these reactions over on my Patreon or onto my Coffee account, where by subscribing at the specific tier I've created for it, you get access to pretty much all of my full-length reactions. But yeah, enough chit-chat about stuff you don't care about. Let's just get into the reaction with Episode 7, Hope and Mercy, in 3, 2, 1.
I just got married, just moved to a small town, just opened up an antique shop. It might be just like you. Except in the time.
You know, Melinda, your definition of a small town is very different from mine. My town is a small town. There's barely 500 people that regularly live here.
And they come to me for help.
Even though on paper we're like
Tell you my story.
2,000 or something.
Tattooed from head to toe. Bobby, where's our ETA?
We're 15 out.
ETA 15 minutes.
Why do I feel like he's gonna... Yep, I was gonna say, why do I feel like he's gonna go into an accident? Well, that is really unfortunate. Well, if that previous car crash didn't kill him, this one sure did.
Bobby.
Chip's okay. He's gonna be okay.
I was so afraid.
Oh!
No, he's okay.
Hey, I literally just asked about this girl
Wait a minute, can
in
you...
last episode reaction.
I need your help, please.
I was wondering why in the intro where she explains that she talks to ghosts, she didn't show up. That's why.
Clancy's wife, Melinda. This is Brad Paulson. He came across the accident and called 911. Thank God.
Thank you.
He almost caused the accident.
See, my husband helped yours, now you have to help him. Please. I'm desperate.
Oh, am I dead?
No.
No.
You never know with you.
I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
Bobby,
I walked away without a scratch.
the patient.
Man, I know how much it hurts him. Ooh, that's
They
cool.
told me I had an ectopic pregnancy. I didn't even know I was pregnant.
Hear that, you fucking Trump
This
tarts?
wasn't supposed to happen to me. Not now. I was gonna be a mommy. How is that fair?
It isn't. Sometimes, in situations like this after people have passed away, I help them cross over. Do you know what that means?
Yes.
Is that what you want?
No. My husband hasn't been the same since He blames himself for what happened. That's why you have to help him.
Have you been with him since?
Yes. He hasn't been sleeping, or all he does is sleep. He doesn't see his friends or his
Yeah,
parents
that's
or mine.
that's depression.
He hasn't read a book or gone camping.
My wife, Hope, she died last summer. So, I know what you were going through last night.
You want to talk about it? I mean, you don't have to. Just sometimes it helps.
It was the 4th of July. We were at a barbecue.
I'm glad that they're already kind of spicing up
I don't even remember about what. Something
the formula with which they're dealing with. It's
Complaining about
not
having
just
stomach
the
ache.
ghost coming to
Go
Melinda.
home. The fallopian tube had ruptured. She was hemorrhaging. That's why she had the stomach ache. They were gonna have to do surgery. Afterwards, everything seemed fine. The doctor said everything went smoothly. So I sat with her for a little bit.
Why do I feel like that
She was still
that doctor is the bad guy for whatever reason?
So I thought it'd be okay to go home, take a shower, change my clothes. And that's when I got the call.
Guys, that's fucking creepy. Why do you have to do that, you fucking assholes?
There are a lot of us here.
No shit.
How's Jim?
Fine. Yeah, I get to take him home today.
I'm sorry, I'm a crier. I cry at the drop of a hat, just like my mother. I lied to you before. When I told you I didn't know I was pregnant. I did. I just hadn't told Brad. I knew the moment we conceived her. But I just knew it was a girl. He wanted a girl. I had such big plans.
Fuck you. Who the fuck are you, you creep assholes? I love that we're already starting to see like villain ghosts.
I
know. I figured a hospital.
God, Jim is the most handsome man I've ever fucking seen, man. Holy shit. I'm not even into guys, but god damn, he's so handsome. Oh, I love the atmosphere.
Do you believe in fate? Or do you believe we've got some kind of control over our destiny?
Is that a trick question?
Nope. Serious.
Okay. I guess I'd say I believe in free will.
What do you mean?
I don't have to love you. I want to. I choose to, and however that affects my destiny or whatever God or the gods have in store for me, so be it.
What about, accidents?
Hey,
It's not your fault.
you want to talk about what happened?
I should have checked the tires on the rig.
Yes, today you know that.
I knew it yesterday. It's what I do before every shift. You know, I check the meds, I check the supplies, I check the gas, the oil. I checked the tires, but I didn't yesterday because I was late for work.
Because I made you late, you mean?
No, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that at all. I love that you, wanted to make me French toast for breakfast. I love
You
that
can
wanted to do
never...
that for me.
It's not your fault though, you can never be able to predict when accidents are gonna happen. You know what they say, hindsight is 20/20 fucking 2.
Didn't. Accidents happen, they're a necessary part of life.
Even if you checked it, it doesn't necessarily mean that this would have been prevented. Maybe it wasn't gonna happen today, but maybe it was gonna happen some other day.
So this happened to me for a reason. Now a person is dead. What kind of reason is that?
There's no reason. It doesn't have to be a reason. Accidents happen. Do you understand the meaning of the word accident, Jim?
You realize this all started with you. Making me French toast. Yeah, track it. It led to the accident, which led to Brad, which led to the hospital, which led to Hope. I mean, are we the puppet masters? Or are we just the puppets?
You know, I learned a long time ago, never question the cosmic law of French toast. There you go.
The what?
Hope Paulson? You were her surgical nurse, right?
Are you her lawyer?
No. I'm her advocate. Actually, I'm here about her husband.
That's what
Brad.
lawyer is. It's funny because that is what lawyer is in my language. That's how you say it. Advocate.
Oh, Mr. Lee.
It's really funny. So she said that she is her lawyer, essentially.
Gary, how are you?
Whoa.
Are you crazy?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
Well, I just about had a heart attack.
Okay, well, you weren't in the archives, so I came looking for you.
I got lost, okay?
No. They, say this place is haunted.
I've got
They're
news for you.
correct.
They're right. Well, let's go. I don't know where I'm going.
Dr. Devine closed without suturing up the backside of the fallopian tube. That's what I think killed Hope Paulson.
What? How is that possible?
Ego, incompetence, an accident. Things happen.
But if you've got it on tape, why hasn't anybody done anything about it?
Because Dr. Devine has been here for 30 years.
And they trust him more than
He's
you.
respected and beloved. So he's damn near untouchable.
So nobody did anything? You didn't?
I tried, okay? I filed a complaint with the review board. It was investigated and dismissed. It was my word against his, and nobody's gonna take my word.
Can't believe it.
It also doesn't help the fact that you're black.
Sorry, but
Not to bring the race into this, but
Can I keep this?
when it's old white men versus young black guys, it's never ends well for the black guy.
Drive carefully. See you tonight.
She's gonna have to fuck up their life. Now, I think that's what she is contemplating. Wow, that is a beautiful dress. Is it a dress? I really don't know, but it's really fucking beautiful.
Dr. Devine's losing his mind?
Losing his mind would be a blessing. It's deteriorating slowly. Sometimes people know what's happening to them and are able to hide it until they can't, and then sometimes people get hurt.
You mean like me?
Yes, like you.
Man, I really don't want to suffer from that. If I start suffering from that, I honestly would rather
Forgot to
die.
properly suture your fallopian tube, something he's done 1,000 times.
He made a mistake? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm sorry.
Man, imagine being able to realize that you died because of a mistake.
I'm sorry. I know you feel like this is your fault. But I want you to know that I don't blame you. You've always taken better care of me than I have myself from the day I first laid eyes on you in detention.
And that hasn't changed today. I've never felt more in love with you than when I watched you all worried and sweaty and careworn.
Oh, that's a sneaky way to get around not telling him that you can speak to the dead.
So please, don't wallow. Oh, and if I'm not awake when you get back, don't forget to feed Daisy and Walker. See you tomorrow. I love you.
Did you really write that back then? Aw. Oh, oh my god. That was close. That was close, god damn it. That was really close to making me actually tear up. We're getting closer. Hopefully I'll manage to actually cry before the end of the season.
I talked to your wife.
Margaret?
Yes. I've been to your house, I've seen the card, she told me everything.
I don't believe you. She would never.
Your wife has been dead for 2 years.
What?
For God's sake.
You have to stop practicing medicine, Matthew. That's why I stayed. That's the only reason I stayed, to help you do that.
Now that's a fucking plot twist that somehow I fucking missed. What the hell?
The police ID'd my John Doe. Turns out he was released from prison last week in Ohio. 7 years for attempted murder.
God.
Told his cellmate that when he got out, he was going to find his old lady and fix her for good. He was 2 miles from her house when he crashed the motorcycle. So, if I hadn't picked him up, or if he recovered...
He might have gone back and killed his wife.
That is kind of a dumb cop-out for the writers to go for, though.
Again. Cosmic law French toast.
It's really annoying because it clears Jim's conscience. I really don't like that. It really means that, oh, so I didn't do a bad thing, he deserved to die. I really disagree with that. I wish they kept it, Oh shit! Wait a second! I think I remember the guy! I definitely remember a guy with tattoos like this. I don't know if it was from this show in particular, probably it was, seeing that he's here, but I definitely remember something about a guy with tattoos. I think he's gonna kind of become a villain. Oh, okay. Now that kind of completely overshadows the clearing of Jim's conscience situation here, which I personally really don't like that, because, like, I don't blame Jim for this guy's death. But at the same time, his conscience should not be clear from this. I don't know, it just feels like a cop-out. And it bothers me. I don't think he should be absolved from the death and from having that on your conscience. I don't think he should. It just feels like it's done also just for the sake of having a happy ending. But yeah, depending on where that story goes with this guy, whether he shows up again, because this show sometimes has the fucking habit of introducing things just to completely forget about them, like the ending of the pilot, which we never really got an explanation for, but yeah, I don't know. It's interesting though. I think he does show up in later episodes as well, but I guess we're gonna find out once we get there. But yeah, this was actually a pretty good episode. I honestly really enjoyed this one quite a lot. I hope that doesn't mean that next episode is going to be the worst one out of the two, because so far it seems like at least one of the episodes is good, the other one is bad. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. It had a lot of emotion. Like I said, it was the closest one so far that got me to almost tearing up. Like, the feeling was going through my face and I felt it, but it wasn't strong enough to get me to cry. But it was definitely very emotional, and I just love that plot twist with the wife being dead, because there was subtle foreshadowing and subtle clues that she was dead, but I still couldn't really pick up on it. I didn't realize it, but I definitely felt weirdness to it. But it was a really cool plot twist. I really enjoyed that one. That was really flippin' satisfying. I really like that. And I love just how they turned him into a villain, and then they told us that something sad was happening to him as well. That was really nice. It's essentially foreshadowing for what was going to happen with this guy with the tattoos, if I remember correctly. So there's that, I guess. And yeah, honestly, in terms of a rating, I think I'm gonna go with 9.4 for this one as well. It was a really good one. It was really entertaining, really emotional, really fun. The mystery about why she died was really fun as well. And yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about this episode. I'm just excited to continue and get to some actual fun plot stuff, because so far we're still in the early stages where it's just the episodic crap. We had the same stuff with like TMNT 2012 when I was reacting to it, where the first season was kind of boring, and it wasn't until season 2 when shit started to go down, and I think that's kind of the same for this show as well. But yeah, I don't know. I guess let's just get into the next episode. On the Wings of a Dove in 3, 2, 1. What is that horror movie? I want to watch it.
Thank God you're
Why would you
home.
watch horror movies? You are living in one, Melinda.
Wait, you've seen this before. How is it still scary?
I don't know. It just is. You okay?
Every day. I'm fine now.
Will you hold my hand and watch this with me?
Sure, I should hop in the shower first.
Okay, hurry up. What's the matter?
I'm just gonna lock up. Watch the movie, I'll be right back.
What is happening? Why is everything so fucking weird? Oh, that guy's... the CGI there was so bad.
What direction is dropping? Jim. Hey, Jim. Jim, EP's dropping. We're losing him.
We're not losing her.
Come on, man.
Yeah, come on. We're not losing her. Breathe.
Why is he trying to possess him?
Okay. Respiration stabilizing. She's coming back.
Take her out.
You sure you're okay?
Alright,
Okay.
take her.
Let's take her in.
Okay, that might actually be a really interesting episode.
Do you always tell me, when you see spirits?
Or are there so many of them? You don't even mention it.
Door number 2.
I don't know how you deal with that.
I just factor it in, move on. I guess I'd go crazy if it didn't.
Yeah, probably.
Is there someone here now?
No.
No.
Are you sure?
Jim, what's going on? I've been acting really weird lately. Something bothering you?
Okay, I don't know if it's just being with you, if it's rubbing off on me or something, but lately I'm having these feelings.
What kind of feelings?
Like I'm being watched. And when it happens, I'm just flooded with this sense of anxiety, or I don't know, despair or something. And it's like I'm in the presence of just talk about going crazy.
You're not going crazy.
It's probably just nerves. I'm fine. Do you want some more?
It's not really. It's a ghost trying to possess you, but why is he not able to? And I'm glad that they're already establishing that as a thing. Really quickly building up the skills that the ghosts have and stuff.
Maybe?
Well, what happened? Check bounce?
No. I just felt like feeding my husband. And, seeing how you're doing.
I'm fine. I think actually I figured it out.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh.
My dad died this week, 5 years ago. About this time I always start to go into a kind of funk. And I think the only difference is this year I forgot, so, maybe it's just been weighing on me and I didn't even notice it.
Huh.
Can be.
Okay, so you're feeling better now?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're sure then?
Yeah. You worry too much.
I worry just enough. We're gonna work.
All right. Love you.
Ooh, love you back.
Man, they're so cute together. I know I keep repeating that, but I love them. Ooh. Oh shit! She figured it out. I'm glad she actually at least finally noticed this guy. Also, I like that they actually finally showed them disappearing. That was a cool effect. I actually wish they used that more. Wait, is this guy in fucking CSI Miami?
But this guy scared the hell out of me.
Isn't he like a big villain in CSI Miami or some shit? Because his face seems really familiar.
Jim, help me, son. Please, Jim. Please.
What the fuck?
Jim, help me, son.
Patients experiencing a heart attack need to deny their
Please, Jim.
This is
Fuck you, man. It's not his fault you died.
Jim? Jim?
In here.
Are you okay? You told me you were sent home.
Saw my dad now. This stupid training film. I mean, it wasn't him at first, but then it was clearly him. And he's yelling for me to help him. What is going on?
I think I was wrong. There is a spirit attached to you, and
But you didn't see one.
no, not now. But I saw someone at the firehouse this morning, and he really scared me.
What do you look like?
Shaved down hair, dark eyes, and completely covered in tattoos.
It's the guy that died. I like the continuity.
No, it's the patient who died when we flipped the rig. When we blew the tire, remember?
The guy who was on his way to kill his wife?
Oh
What
shit.
does he want?
No wonder he attached himself to you. You're the last person that he saw as he died.
Does he blame me for his death? Does he want revenge?
I don't know.
At least I'm not crazy.
Okay, that was
Anything?
kinda creepy.
I thought attached meant attached. Why do they come and go?
They feed off our energy, off our emotions. It's like recharging their batteries. You know, and they're
That was
feeding
creepy the way she was standing above him on the bed. Jesus fucking Christ. That genuinely spooked me a little bit.
I thought you were gonna say that. Oh, you should. I'm sorry.
I can see you. And you don't scare me, you don't.
Your body language sure
You
says
know my
otherwise.
husband.
It's not your husband I want. It's you.
Why? Why? Do you want to possess him and kill her because you wanted to do that to your wife?
What do you want with me?
I need help. You see us. All the lost souls.
I feel very dark things coming from you. I can't help you if I don't understand what I'm feeling.
I killed them now.
What's your name?
Julian Boricua. I don't pretend to be a good man.
Who did you kill?
Someone innocent.
This is not a benign spirit, okay? Not after the stuff I've been feeling.
Okay, so maybe benign was a bad word. But the man is obviously deeply unhappy, tortured, and has had a horrible life. That does not mean that there's not some spark of good in him.
Honey, I know you want to believe that, but this guy wants us to drive halfway across the state.
The thing is though, if you don't help him, what do you think is gonna happen? He's gonna continue to annoy you and ruin your life.
Okay? When you tell them you represent the man who killed their son.
Oh, well, I don't think it's going to go over very well at all. But that is not a reason not to help him.
You know what? You are as stubborn as a me. I just don't want this guy attached to me anymore or in my house.
Some kids decided to throw this costume party, and everyone was supposed to come as their favorite fantasy. At least that's what they told Melinda.
Oh.
So you humiliated her in front of her friends.
I kept her secret all through high school. I was practically her only friend at her grandmother's funeral. I listened to all of her problems, all the time.
Alexis, that's just what friends do.
Exactly. Even I know that. And I don't have any friends.
What a shame.
Look, I just wanted to say I was sorry for the way things went down on the night of the accident.
I was already dead. I don't blame him.
Says he doesn't blame you.
Thanks, Julian.
The truth is clear to me now. This was all meant to happen. Because it led me to you. And so to my salvation.
He says you're welcome.
Well, that's not what he said, but
It was an accident. I would never take a life.
He said that it was an accident. And that he would
It
never...
doesn't matter. I know I'm guilty. You see, because I'm the cause of all their pain.
He was on his way to beg you for your forgiveness when he was released.
He was let out? Why didn't they tell us?
I don't know. But he changed his thinking. Everything about the way he lived. He wanted to start his life over.
I kind of don't trust him for that. I don't know. It seems kind of weirdly suspicious.
He was killed. The night he came to ask you to forgive him.
Don't tell them about my troubles. You tell them that I would give anything. Anything. To bring back their son.
Yeah. I'm fine, go on. Tell him.
He wishes that he could bring back your son.
That's enough. I have one question.
Yes.
Why do we have to listen to him? Why can't we talk to our son?
Well, most likely your son passed over easily, without issues to keep him earthbound. Julian, on the other hand, is tortured by the memory of what he did.
Good.
Help you.
I feel totally, completely alone. It doesn't matter who I'm with. And I feel like it will always be like this.
Those are not your feelings. You know that. They're his.
They're strong.
I love you. So much. You know that? Well, then just focus on that.
Don't let
Keep Julian
those
at
feelings
distance.
control you.
He just feels hopeless, you know, because the Farrells denied him and he feels lonely because... We have to find his wife and son.
No, we can't. We can't. Beyond hope with them.
It is not beyond hope with them. Then maybe if his wife knows that he's dead, you know, she'll have a change of heart.
My wife hates me. And I don't blame her. I betrayed her. In every way that a husband can betray a wife.
What about your son?
I think about my son all the time. You know, I didn't even try to know him.
Isn't it worth a try at forgiveness?
I lost my son. And I don't have the right to expect anything from him.
So then leave Jim alone and go fuck yourself.
Julian, you have to trust me when I say that there is hope. I've been through it. With others, I've seen how the loss of a loved one can affect the survivors. But I don't care what you say. It is not beyond hope.
Oh, aren't you a big softy with those tears?
Julian, this is your chance, huh? You gotta take it. Julian, come on.
It's really interesting him having to feel his feelings.
Okay.
What has that son of a bitch done now?
Oh,
He's
he
dead.
hasn't done anything. Except die.
deserve to die.
I can't say that.
Say what? Tell me.
He said that he deserved to die for hurting you. And he can't hurt anyone anymore.
And tell her?
Well, that's not true. He's a ghost. He can fuck a lot of shit up. And we still don't know the full extent of Ghost's powers, so he can very much hurt people.
Turning him into the police.
I didn't turn him in. Is that what this is about? Are you trying to get me to admit that I blew the whistle on my husband?
No, Julian
I don't care what he thought. I'm telling you.
He
I
did!
didn't turn Julian in.
The kid did!
I did.
Dun dun dun! Why does there always seem to be some plot twist?
You called the police on your father. Why?
Because I didn't want to make you miserable. I couldn't stand to watch anymore, but I know he'd die. I just wanted him to go away for a while.
Joseph.
Don't touch me. Because of me, he's dead.
What's happening?
Julian's laughing.
Why?
I don't know.
Because it was my son who turned me in.
And why is that funny?
Not you, Rachel. My son. Protecting his mother.
He's happy that you were protecting your mother. He's telling you did the right thing.
You know what? That makes me want to hug him.
He wants you to become the man he was trying to be. To learn forgiveness. He says that being unforgiving
It's like drinking poison.
is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die.
Man, this is a deep episode. It's like, it's not your typical good guy died, we have to help them cross. It's a bad guy. It kind of makes it more complex, and I like that.
I was mad at him.
Do you still have them? He wants you both to read them. He said it'll help you understand.
Look at them. My beautiful wife. Son.
Are they Puerto Rican?
I had it all, you know. And I just threw it away.
He's sorry that he threw your love away.
He didn't throw it away. Julian. Even though you tried. God knows when you went to jail, I tried. But damn, I always loved you.
I do forgive him.
And tell him that I love him too.
Aww.
I wish there was something I could do.
Oh my god.
Tell him there is something he can do. Go to the parents of the man that I killed. Find a way to befriend them, but don't tell them who you are. Do good things for them. Make their lives easier. Make a difference.
Okay. That was weird. I've no idea what the fuck was that supposed to mean, but okay. Is that foreshadowing? I don't know. We're getting close to the middle of the season, so I assume we're gonna get some bad guy stuff, because I definitely remember having a bad guy for the first season. I don't remember much about him, but it's weird because he was like the most proper bad guy that we got in this show. Like what you would expect the bad guy to be of this show, but I feel like he was kind of also the weakest one, because it felt a little bit cartoony and campy. But still, I'm pretty excited to get to see him whenever we do get to him. But yeah, this was a pretty fun episode. I still think last episode was a little bit more entertaining. It was a little bit more it was just better in every way. It just felt more, or better written, more emotional, more everything. While this one still had its strengths, I really like how it kind of subverted your expectations with expecting this guy was going to be bad, and everything, but he turned out to be good, or at least turned out to be at least not evil, should I say. I really like that. It kind of switched things up a little bit, because most of the ghosts we've had to deal with have been good. So far, this was the first who was evil, and there was the possibility that he was gonna hurt Melinda and Jim, but at the end he also wanted help just like every other ghost, and I like that. It just kind of messed with your emotion a little bit and your expectations for what the emotions that you're gonna be feeling in the episode were gonna be like. But I gotta say, I really am starting to hate the stupid B-plots with Andrea in these last 2 episodes. They've been mostly annoying, and it just feels like we're moving away from the actual story of the episode for these 2-minute scenes for nothing. And it just annoys me when we do that, but yeah, it was still a pretty fun episode, and I liked seeing that guy. I think I remember him being a bad guy from CSI Miami. Now I'm pretty convinced. I think he was like one of the main villains of one of the seasons of CSI Miami, because I remember him having like kind of like a not Horatio. He had some kind of like a rivalry and hate between him and Horatio in CSI Miami, so there's that. Maybe at some point I could react to CSI. God knows there's shit ton of episodes to react to, and it's all episodic, so it's gonna be all fun. But yeah. I still think it was a little bit of a weaker episode, but it's still one of the better episodes that we've gotten so far. So I think I'm actually going to give it like a 9 out of 10. I think it was actually pretty solid. Maybe as low as like an 8.9 actually, but I'd still stick with a 9. I liked him. I liked what it brought. And it was also another episode which brought me pretty close to tears, with the kid talking to his father about forgiving him. You know, that kind of still hits close to home for me. Not because my dad is a murderer or anything, but because I've had a lot of fights with my dad over the years, and there has been moments in which I've really had strong emotions against him, and I've really thought about the fact that I don't want to hate people who wrong me, because I've also like been bullied in school as well. So even for those people who bullied me in school, I don't want to hate them. I don't want to hate them. I just want us to get along, but it doesn't work. And I kind of feel that emotion watching this episode here. I can kind of relate to this guy just wanting to have his happy family, and how, despite the fact that some people might wrong you, even if they're your relatives, and you're kind of struggling to think whether it's okay to cut them off and stay away from them, or whether you should try to work it out in some way. So that was also pretty interesting. And I also like the weird stuff with Jim getting kind of possessed. I guess we're kind of setting up that ghosts can possess people already. So can't wait to see what that is going to develop into. But yeah, pretty fun 2 episodes. I would actually say that these 2 episodes, so far out of the ones that we've seen, are the best 2 episodes that we've gotten. In the sense, like I said, because in the sense of, like, you know, we check out 2 episodes per reaction. I mean that these 2 episodes, this combination of 2 episodes is the strongest one by far, because so far, in every other case, it was one episode that was really good and another one that was much worse. Well, in this case, the difference in quality is not that big, as you can see by the ratings that I made for them. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say about this. Can't wait to continue, so let's just end this video. Before we end this video though, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 1 patron on Patreon, Deadpool. Thank you for your support, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me that you've decided to support me, you've continued to support me for such a long time. Hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. And now, before we end this video, I just want to talk about something to you guys very quickly. Which some of you may or may have not noticed before or know about me, that being the fact that I am trans. And yes, this may come as shocking to some of you, because I don't really flaunt it that much on my channel, or at least I feel like I don't. outside of like my K-pop reactions, which is where I feel like the most comfortable being myself like this. And yeah, I am in fact trans. I'm not necessarily full-on male to female, but I heavily want to transition to being pretty female. I do consider myself more non-binary though, or maybe gender fluid would be the best descriptor as well, because I do have occasional moments where I feel fine being like just a normal guy, but most of the time, like right now, I do feel very dysphoric. And that's why I'm asking you guys for any help that you can give me, because my situation right now, I don't really see any way outside of you guys' help. Because, and this is gonna be kept short and concise, I live with my parents. They're never going to accept me as a trans person. They just never will. And as a matter of fact, back when I started the YouTube channel, I was actually kind of slightly starting my transition back then, with like starting to grow out my hair. I even got to DIY HRT, but because my parents started noticing certain things, like my behavior had changed a lot and my clothes had changed a lot, I kind of had to stop doing that, because they were constantly nagging me about cutting my hair and just started to kind of be threatening in a certain way, and felt like they were ashamed of me and everything. And that just kind of stress just tired me out to the point where I just gave up. But as dysphoria goes, it just doesn't go away, you know. I still feel like this, and in fact, it's somewhat been intensifying again recently, so I just wanted to share this with you guys. And again, I would really appreciate any amount of support you can give me in regards to this, because I just don't see any way out of this. Because even if I moved out of my parents' house and got myself a job and everything, that's just not gonna work for long-term planning, because once I transition, it's like I probably will not be able to get myself a job, because my country is very transphobic. Nobody gives a shit about LGBT people at all. So there's not even much I can do even in terms of transitioning here. So yeah, I don't know. I just would appreciate any amount of support you can give me, be it monetarily or in any way otherwise. And this is not about boosting my channel or anything, or guilt-tripping you with my sob story. I just wanted to get this off my chest and make my subscribers aware of the situation that I am in, and that I would appreciate anything that you guys can help me out with. It would mean literally everything. Like, for example, a friend that I made after starting this YouTube channel, my good friend Yuri, has been helping me out a lot. And I genuinely might have not been here if it wasn't for him showing up and befriending me. So yeah, this just went a little bit longer than I intended, but I would just really appreciate anything you can support me with. That's kind of ultimately what I'm trying to say. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the description to my Twitter if you don't follow me over there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account, where you can pledge your support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with someone who you think might enjoy it. And I think that's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!